Elmira Pioneers make their second trip out here to visit the Batavia Muck Dogs. A 1-1 record so far against the Muck Dogs as the Pioneers look to get going here in this single day off in June break. The Pioneers had a day off yesterday after winning 3 consecutive games. You know they're going to be looking to keep that going here against the Batavia Muck Dogs, and they did have some success here at Dwyer Stadium just a short week ago. Now they've got some more additions to the lineup, and we'll have to see how they can participate as everything keeps moving forward and the Pioneers look to get the offense moving. The offense has kind of been a little bit at a standstill. Their last game, they won it 3-2. The hits have not been coming the way that they would like, so they're going to push the offense, and Coach Andrew Drum talked to us in Coach's Corner. He had a lot to say about what the plan is. The defense and the pitching, however, has been a source of pride so far for the Pioneers. We'll see what they have to say about that as well in Coach's Corner. Want to remind everybody, too, your Elmira Pioneers are back at historic Dunn Field tomorrow and Thursday as they take on these Batavia Muck Dogs tomorrow in the back-to-back home and home. And then, of course, on Thursday, they bring in another opponent before heading out on the road to Jamestown. It's going to be a mess of a week for the Pioneers as they have pretty much 20 days straight where they will be in action. So make sure you stay tuned as once again on Thursday, the Geneva Red Wings, I wanted to double check myself before I stumbled that one out. The Geneva Red Wings making their initial visit to historic Dunn Field. For the 2021 season, the Pioneers looking pretty good, keeping themselves up at the top of that Western Division, but they're going to have to continue to fight as plenty of teams still getting going, plenty of action still to come this season, and we'll have to see how they can work it out and keep themselves moving towards season success and hoping for some action in the postseason, a feat that they have not been able to accomplish all too well as of yet. We will see what they can do. When we come back, we'll have Coach's Corner right now for you here on Mixlr.com, your home for Pioneers action all season long.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to
Corner down here with Coach Andrew Drum. Drummer, obviously a great start here. 3 straight wins, 3 big wins, and a day off yesterday to kick off the season. What do you guys have to do to keep that momentum going?
We got to keep pitching well. We got to keep playing defense, and eventually the bats will follow. That's the good thing right now is we've won 3 straight games, and we're not even really hitting the ball that well yet. So the bats will follow. The more bats we get, the better our timing will get. So we just got to keep pitching and playing defense.
And we talked every time so far about the change in the lineup. It just continues to keep rolling out here, and of course some new faces in the lineup again today. How much is it difficult to kind of plan ahead for a week when you're looking at every day the roster changes just a little bit?
We're trying to keep everyone's at-bats and innings pitched pretty close right now so everyone can get all their work in this summer. It's tough balancing the lineup right now, especially with all the new faces. We got to get all these new guys in the lineup, but we're excited to see what they can bring to the table.
And of course, you had 4 games last week before a day off. Now you've got 20 in a row, so knowing you're going to be playing every day for the next almost month, how important is it to really spread guys out and kind of see what they can do early so you can work that schedule and make sure they're getting their pace?
It's just trying to keep everybody balanced at this point. Get on a rotation where they can play 2 or 3 games and have a day off, especially with our pitching. Just trying to get 1 or 2 good innings out of every single relief pitcher every time they go out there and get them back out on the mound 2 or 3 days later.
And you talk about the relief pitching. Obviously, there was some success last week. We saw unexpected success out of many corners of the bullpen already. How exciting is that as a manager to see that early on, and what do you have to hope for out of that relief going forward now?
The most exciting thing with our relief pitchers right now is how hungry they are to be on the mound. They've been bugging me about wanting to get on the mound every single day, and it's a good problem to have. It can get annoying from time to time when you're trying to keep your relief pitchers in a rotation, but it's nice to know that they want the ball in their hands every single day.
Speaking of wanting the ball in their hands, obviously fielding has been important. We kind of talked about this last time, more of the Andy Pettit style of pitching where you pitch to contact. When you look at these guys and you see the fielders playing the way they're fielding and everybody just keeps developing and you're getting more guys in, how does that make you feel when you're out there knowing that you're pitching to contact and you're still getting new players in and new players playing positions?
I know some of our relievers that come from smaller schools, some of our JUCO guys, they love having the defense at their back. When they're at school, they feel like they need to strike everybody out. So it's nice they can pitch to contact and have trust in their defense to make the play for them.
And we talked about, obviously, getting some different players in as the conference play comes to an end out there in the College World Series Championship. Obviously, a couple more additions today. When you look down the lineup, does it make it harder once you start getting these players in to give those guys you talked about in your JUCO guys a little bit more time?
I mean, if they keep going out there and performing, it's going to be really hard to keep those guys off the field. Kevin Serrano gave us 5 great innings on the mound the other night. Reese Yeomans has given us some really, really good at-bats. And I would love to keep those guys around and be a part of this team.
Talking about being a part of this team, too, obviously this is a big matchup here against Batavia. You guys are facing them. We've talked about it in an order number of times. But when you sit here and you look at this matchup and you see that Batavia is really struggling out of the gate, you guys have only had the one loss, but it was to them. How important is it to get these back-to-back games and really jump on them early and keep things going?
I mean, it'd be really nice to get to win both these games tonight and tomorrow and really establish ourselves as the front runners in our conference right now. Geneva, I believe, is still undefeated. Jamestown is right up there with us, so it'd be nice to rattle off a couple more wins and maintain that top spot in the West.
When you talk about Geneva, obviously they are undefeated. They've got a rough and tumble team, and that's nothing new for you, as you've seen Geneva and the way that they play ball for the last few years. Obviously, you get your first look at them on Sunday. How hard is it to keep from looking ahead to knowing those matchups and knowing what's ahead of you when you've got a team like Batavia who's, as I said, struggled out of the gate?
I mean, you always want to look ahead, but at the same time, you want to just take it day to day.
Well, when you talk about day-to-day, obviously we talked about the extended schedule here. What did you guys do yesterday? Was there practice? Was it just an off day? Was it taking advantage of those times during a summer where you know you're going to be playing every day?
So I gave the boys an off day, figuring that's their only day off in June, and surprisingly, I got a phone call to go over to the field and work with some of the hitters, and there was probably 10 or 12 guys over there, so those guys are just eager to work every single day, even on the off day.
Well, last question before I let you go. Obviously, you came in here and you guys won in Batavia a little less than a week ago at this point. Do you feel you got a good read on this field, being one of the newer fields in the PGCBL, not having been somewhere you guys have played? Does that give you a little bit more of an advantage now, knowing how this field plays, how the balls roll, and how everything goes with the lights?
I think it's always an advantage the more you play somewhere. Batavia has a beautiful complex up there. It's a former minor league stadium last year. The playing surface is beautiful. The lights are a little bit different. They're a little bit lower than at Dunn Field, but the more we play up there, the more we'll be used to playing under those lights.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it. We'll be back here on the pregame show. All right, well, there you heard it from manager Andrew Drum. Plenty to talk about there during the Coach's Corner. And, of course, as they get set and ready for Muck Dog baseball here in Batavia, the Muckettes are getting themselves going and ready for a baseball game here tonight. And certainly a gymnastic bunch of dancers out here. As this is a little bit more than I think we saw back on the home opener. As they get set, and the Pioneers seem very interested as they take a look out here. The Muck Dogs will be introduced next. Of course, the Muck Dogs, no surprise here, we're going to see a familiar face on the mound, Julian Pichardo, who comes in. He started 1 game, pitched 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 base on balls, 7 strikeouts against the Pioneers. He faced 14 batters and only allowed $154 of an average against him. We do want to remind you as we wrap up the pregame show here that just because it isn't the 7th inning doesn't mean you don't need to stretch. Go where the Pios go. Go to Jay Schultz Massage at 100 North Main Street, Suite 407. Jessica has all the latest and greatest techniques to keep you ready to get into the game. So whether you're in the starting lineup or you need to come out of the bullpen, call or text 607-259-3660 to be ready for any game day situation. Jay Schultz Massage, keeping your Elmira Pioneers on and off the field. On the other side, we're going to get our first look at Holden Wilder. Wilder, of course, joining the Pioneers after the, long college season. He comes up to Elmira to spend the summer, and we'll see what he can do here against the Muck Dogs here tonight. Wilder, a 6'3", 215-pound freshman at Wofford, is a right-handed pitcher. Before attending Wofford, he was a 3-year starter at Wesleyan School, where he was named All-Region twice during his senior year. Wilder had 38 strikeouts in 18.1 innings with a 1.9 ERA, a perfect game honorable mention All-American, and an Under Armour honorable mention All-American before this season. Wilder was a multi-sport athlete and a member of the National Honor Society in high school. So again, we'll get our first look at him. The Pioneers will set things up for themselves here tonight. South Trimble will lead off again. Donovan Montgomery playing shortstop, batting second. Ben Shore back behind the dish, batting third. Cam Hill will be the extra hitter, batting fourth. Aaron Thomas over there at first base. Dom Popa out in right field. Then it's going to be one of the newest members of your Elmira in Pioneers as Elmelin Petrie playing second base. He's an incoming freshman at Kentucky, and we're very excited to see what he has to offer. Justin Taylor takes over on third base, wearing number 24. Peter Theodoralis moves down in the batting order up to the ninth spot, and then rounding it out, Chris Erickson, the center fielder, will take over the duties out there. For the Batavia Muck Dogs, who are heading to the field before anything else, they have Abner Benitez designated hitting and leading off, Caden Walton playing second base and wearing number 4, Spencer Marcus wearing number 29 out in right field, Daniel Burraway, number 34 at first base, Charlie Sycounty wearing number 5 at shortstop, Jerry Reinhardt, number 9 at third base, Joey Battaglia, number 23 as the extra hitter, Luis Rodriguez, number 42 at left field, Bryce Mortaliaro, number 44 at catcher, Christian Robinson wearing number 2 in center field, and of course, as we already said, starting pitcher Julian Pichardo. So, we will get set for the game here tonight with the national anthem here in just a moment. So, I will let you go listening into the national anthem here live from Dwyer Stadium, and with that, we'll be back here on Mixler.com and live on live here on YouTube.
Now, everyone, I'd like to ask that you please rise and remove your hats. And please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, take and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's go, Muck Dog!
All right, and there you have it. The national anthem has been sung. The players have headed out to the base paths. Some players still standing on the baseline. Not sure what this might be about, but several players still standing out here as warm-up pitches are being thrown. I'm generally not sure what's happening here. Well, they're doing something over here on our left-hand side to the Muck Dogs. Player still standing there. The Pioneers have one of their own. And again, not exactly sure what this is. Well, having some fun out here on the base paths. So they're dressing things on the Muck Dog side. They're adding clothing. The Pioneers now finish tying the shoes of their man. Now they're bringing some gear out to him. I really don't know what's going on. Some gamesmanship, to say the very least. As these players continue to stand on the base paths. I guess this must be somewhat similar to like a hockey standoff where they don't want to leave first. Again, this is, well, unique to say the least. Well, the Muck Dogs are going to win that one, as I believe that may have been Cam Hill standing out there on the baseline for the Pioneers. Whew, always fun as Pichardo gets warmed up. I already kind of went over that stat line with you guys. The big hurler for the Batavia Muck Dogs, he got them out of the gate on the right foot. 6'5", 230 pounds out of Savannah State University. He came out and made an impact right away. So we'll see if he can follow that up again here as South Trimble going to try to make quick work and get things going the right way. Trimble, of course, out of George Mason University, came to George Mason from Frank W. Cox High School, where he lettered in baseball and basketball. So we'll see what he can do here. He works as the leadoff hitter, as he has all season long. As the first pitch coming up. Line in the pitch, cut on, and that one apparently hit Trimble, so that'll be fouled off for a strike. So Trimble, as a leadoff hitter, he's 0 for 3 so far. We'll see what he can do here. The Pioneers, as we said back in Coach's Corner, have not had a ton of success at the plate as of yet, but they've managed to work themselves into 3 victories already this season. Coming back and getting set, the line, the pitch, cut on and fouled away. As we remind you to make the right decision, insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision. So Trimble stepping back in here. Of course, he'll be followed up by Donovan Montgomery, who has been quite the little catalyst for offense. As getting back set, Trimble waits. The line, the delivery bounces away, so that's going to be a ball and 2 strikes, excuse me. So 1-2 count as, again, trying to make quick work of things here on the pitcher's mound, Julian Pichardo. Pichardo comes back. Taking a look out, of course, the ideal situation for the Muck Dogs to try to keep the Pioneers off base here in the first inning. Pioneers have not really done much till the 3rd and 4th inning of games, as this one's chopped towards the second baseman. That's going to get to him. It's played over and staying on the base, so he grounds out 4-3. And we have the first out of the inning. As previously stated, that's going to bring up the shortstop, Donovan Montgomery, a 6'0", 189-pound sophomore from Burlington, Vermont, out of Siena. Donovan is in his 2nd season and has hit .258 with 7 doubles, 3 home runs at the plate. As once again, the line, the pitch, in there for a strike right away. Pichardo, not one for a lot of wasted motion. He comes right at the Pioneers hitters, at least he did a week ago. As now again, Montgomery up there. He's batting a cool .333 as he pounds that one towards left, but that is going to be an easy catch as flies to 7 there. So 2nd out of the inning, and that means Ben Shore, the next man up. Shore, of course, the freshman out of Auburn. He's also batting .333, 5 hits in 15 appearances. Does have a double to his credit as well as 4 RBIs. So Shore coming right back up. Pichardo trying to make quick work of the Pioneers' top of the order. The line and the pitch. Bounces down low. 1 ball, no strikes. As I said, Pichardo stays right around the plate. As again, coming back step, Pichardo takes a long look. The line and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Here in the top of the first inning. As don't forget, these 2 teams will meet up tomorrow night at Historic Dunfield. If you don't have your tickets yet, make sure to give us a call, 607-734-2690. The line and the pitch. In there, right down the middle. That's going to be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shore clearly looking for something else there. As Shore comes back in, takes a long look out at Pichardo. As getting back set, Pichardo winds, delivers. That one just outside, just missing the corner. So 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out count. And that means our first Tioga Down showdown of the night. As coming back set. Long look, the wind and delivery from Pichardo. Cut on, this one popped way in the air. This one should be playable. Center fielder has a good look and he will make the grab. So after the top half of the first, the Pioneers unable to put anything on the board, as we will be back and Batavia will come to the plate.
Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marion M. Decker Agency LLC on Facebook, at the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
There he is. Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, and with that, we are back here live on Mixler.com and live here on YouTube. Want to thank everybody for tuning in as the lights above me have gone on. We'll see if we're going to get the lights in the field here shortly. Leading things off for the Batavia Muck Dogs, Abner Benitez will start off as the leadoff man. Again, we saw Batavia really work the order around about a week ago here, changing some things up. Benitez, as a leadoff batter, 0 for 3. So he's a 0-0 there as the leadoff man. We'll see what he can do here to start things off here tonight. However, that being said, he is batting .438 on the season. 7 hits in 16 at-bats. Of course, just a reminder that the Muck Dogs did already play an exhibition game here just last night. So we'll see if he gets things started for them. Of course, this will also be our first look at the pitcher for the Pioneers, Holden Wilder. So, Wilder coming out here for the first time in the Pioneers uniform. As the Pioneers defense behind him gets ready for the throwdown. And again, catching has been imperative here, as you see, clad in his Auburn colors, Ben Shore back behind the plate. So Benitez comes up. As Benitez exchanging pleasantries with the home plate umpire. So the scoreboard working here tonight out in Batavia. Nice to see the numbers lit up down there. As my apologies, we were moved ahead there. It's the bottom of the first right now, as that's inside, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0. As now we'll see what Wilder can do here. Again, he's getting his first start of summer ball. Excellent opportunity for him to show what he's got for head coach Andrew Drum, as that one's chopped on and fouled back. 1-1. The Elmira Pioneers certainly blessed with a lot of pitching coming into this season. If you look at the roster, it's plentiful with pitchers, as the wind and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 2-1 count. As again, Batavia trying to break a 3-game losing streak, as that one's fouled off. So 2 ball, 2 strike count. This Muck Dogs team has certainly got its positive points, and you've seen that back at Historic Dunn Field back on opening night. However, they are struggling to find a rhythm, and as their first year progresses here, you're sure they're going to come into it. And they're not going to be an easy team to beat as this one popped way up in the air. Playable for the third baseman as he ranges over and makes the grab. So a great play by Taylor as that will put an out on the pop-up to the third baseman. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Caden Walton. Walton wearing number 4 tonight for the Batavia Muck Dogs. He is batting .286 on the season, 2 hits and 7 at-bats. He's played in 3 games, but started only 2. Out of those 2 hits, though, however, he does have a double and an RBI to his credit. The wind and the pitch, cut on and fouled away. As that one gets into the parking lot, I want to remind you to make the right decision. Insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision. So coming back set. The wind and delivery from the Pioneers pitching staff, thrown and in there for strike number 2. 0-2 the count. As Elmira trying to find their way through a first inning. Again, all the scoring for the Pioneers seems to come in those middle innings, 3, 4, and 5, as they would love to get through and into this first trip through the batting order. Certainly has been a bit of a struggle for them going forward, as a 1-2 count now sits ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out for Holden Wilder as he throws that one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets that count even back up. As Wilder comes back set. Early on in the season, you heard Coach Andrew Drum talking about parity and making sure that everybody sits around even. As that one's outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So after getting ahead 2-0, or 0-2, excuse me, then Wilder has thrown 3 pitches outside the zone, and Walton hasn't bit on a one of them. So once again, Wilder coming back set. The wind and delivery. Cut on, drilled out towards center. That will get down, and a single for Walton. So 1 out with a runner on first base now. As the next man up, right fielder Spencer Marcus, as he steps up to the plate. Runners on base. Marcus hasn't been in that situation as of yet. Excuse me, he has. He's 0 for 4, as that's in there for a ball just off the outside corner. As again, 1-0 the count. So again, I've talked a lot about it early on here. The Pioneers in the early portion of the season, as this one's down low again, 2 balls, no strikes. The Pioneers here in the early part of the season have been able to really get things going because their defense has been so stellar that middle part of the infield has continued to make an impact. However, again, changing around the second baseman as now again trying to make connections. Donovan Montgomery has been completely solid there as a hit by pitch now comes up on Marcus. So that will advance the runners to first and second. Still just 1 out. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Daniel Burroway. Burroway now has runners in scoring position. And so far this season, he is 1 for 4, batting .250 with an RBI with runners in scoring position. As Holden Wilder comes up and tries to calm things down here. So we'll see what he can do here. As runners stand on first and second base, the Pioneers looking for some defensive magic here in the bottom of the first. As getting back set, Holden Wilder comes in. He sets back on the mound, working out of the stretch. The wind, the pitch. In there, down the middle for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. As Wilder comes back out. As he takes a look in at Burroway. Burroway in that number 4 spot in the lineup. The wind and pitch. Cut on and fouled off, so no balls, 2 strikes to start this one off. 0-2 count, 2 men on. 1 out so far in the inning. As the Pioneers trying to tiptoe their way out of danger. Coming back set, Wilder takes a look back at second. He winds and delivers. Low, ball 1. So 1-2. As again, Wilder, he has an idea in his mind of what he's looking for out of the strikeout pitch. Just needs to find it, however. As coming back set, Wilder takes a look, winds and delivers, cut on and fouled back and into the parking lot. Another reminder to make the right decision, insist on our friends at Gerber Collision. As again, Wilder has to be looking for a ground ball. He has been trying to find his way out of this inning here as he throws low again, and that one just missed. So 2-ball, 2-strike count now with 1 out. As we move through the cleanup hitter here. 2 men on, 1 man out. Man standing at the plate. Certainly a dangerous hitter. As Wilder gets set, the wind and the pitch. Cut on and popped up towards left field. The center fielder calling him off. And no, Theodorellis will make the catch. He tosses in towards third. That play will not be made by the third baseman. It does advance the runner from second to third. The man stays standing on first base. Oh, no, he didn't tag up. So they throw over. The umpire calls him out. There was no tag up by the runner. So that will end the inning as the Pioneers head off, and we head for the top of the second. Pioneers catch a lucky break there. And with that being said, we'll be back here on Mixler.com. It's 0-0 after 1.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is. He's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, so as the throwdown goes here, that's going to bring up the cleanup man in the order for the Pioneers, Cam Hill, the extra hitter. Again, quite a play for the Pioneers, getting a little bit lucky on the no tag, and they will be fortunate, get themselves out of that top of the first. Bottom of the first. It was a little bit of a rough one, but in comes Cam Hill. Left-hand pitcher and first baseman as the wind and pitch cut on and drilled out into the parking lot. 0-1. So again, Hill so far this year batting a cool .250. 4 hits in 16 at-bats. He's also scored 3 times, so even though he may only get on a quarter of the time, he is being productive when he does. Cut on, drilled out towards second. 1 hops right to the second baseman, and that will be a 4-3. Here to lead off the second inning. So that brings up Aaron Thomas. Thomas coming up as he's the 5th man in the order. Out of Wofford, 6'2", 215 freshman utility player. 4-year starter at first base back in his high school days. As again, he steps up to the plate. Thomas so far has not been successful getting a hit. However, in their ball number 1. However, again, as I was just saying, his eye, pretty fantastic. He does have a base on ball here in these first couple games and came around to score on that walk. That one cut on, ripped. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga Down showdown. As again, trying to get started here. Thomas, he takes a look out. Quite a hole there right up the middle. as the wind and pitch cut on by Thomas. This one popped up. Should be playable for the first baseman as he drifts over towards foul territory. And the grab is made. So Thomas pops up to first. And that'll bring up Dom Popa. Popa is the K-man here tonight, apparently. 5'11", a 170-pound freshman outfielder from the University of Pittsburgh. Helped his high school team win the 2019 WPIAL AA championship while holding on to a .450 batting average. So Popa coming up. He is 0 for 2 so far on the season. As wind and pitch as a little bit high, 1 ball, no strikes. As Popa, 1 ball, no strikes. Takes a look. As Pichardo comes back and delivers. That one's on the outside corner. Looked a little bit further outside to me, but once again, the Pioneers looking to get some bats on balls. They've had a little trouble with that so far. As the wind and the pitch cut on and drilled out there towards center. This will be playable. Popa has that one played off and caught by the center fielder. So, down in order for the second time as the Pioneers will head back to the field when we come back. It's 0-0 after 1.5. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, and with that, we are back as the final pitches are thrown down, and it's time for the bottom portion of the second inning here on Mixlr.com and YouTube Live, as that will bring up the shortstop, Charlie Sakowny. Sakowny will bat leadoff here in the bottom of the second inning, and, well, he's 1 for 3 as a leadoff batter, .333. As he starts things off here in the bottom of the second. Getting back set, bottom of the second here. As the wind and the pitch, cut on, drilled towards first, knocked down and over to the second baseman, but can't recover in time. So, first pitch swinging, and I'm not sure why our scoreboard didn't update there. My apologies, fans. First pitch swinging and the second hit of the night for Batavia. Sakowny didn't waste any time there. That's going to bring up Jerry Reinhardt. Reinhardt coming on. He's batting a cool .286, 4 hits and 14 appearances. So Reinhardt steps up, runner on first base. And again, right back to work. Trying to get something going. Holden Wilder, he has struggled a little bit here out of the gate. That one's thrown in there for a strike right down the middle. Showing bunt was Reinhardt. As now again, runner on base. And for Reinhardt, he waits on the next pitch. He is 0 for 6 with runners on base. That one thrown over, but not going to get the pickoff there over at first base. So 0-1 count. As again, Wilder coming back set. He takes a look, the wind and the pitch, cut on and fouled back, so that will be strike 2. 0-2 count as Wilder still looking for a quick retired inning. So far he's given up hits in both of the first 2. No outs so far here in the second. First pitch swinging was Sakowny, and now he puts himself on first base as Reinhardt trying to move him along. Cut in there, fouled back again, and once again outside the stadium. As we remind you, make the right decision, insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision and Autoglass, as George would make sure I said. So coming back set, Reinhardt waits. Wilder taking a look, the wind and pitch. A little bit low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Wilder trying to find his way through this batter, as Reinhardt was the highlight player tonight for the Batavia Muck Dogs here on a guaranteed win night. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, fouled back again. So Reinhardt really keeping himself alive up there. The lights on the scoreboard getting a little bit lighter. Don't quite see the lights coming on here at Dwyer Stadium as of yet. Coming back set. Reinhardt takes a long look out at Wilder. Wilder still trying to find his rhythm here. Hasn't quite found it as of yet. Cut on and drilled back in the parking lot one more time. So 1-2 count, really driving up this pitch count here for Holden Wilder. Of course, the Pioneers with some eligible arms in the bullpen after the off day yesterday. All the pitchers getting a good welcome day of rest. Although, to be perfectly honest, a lot of the Pioneers pitching staff got quite a bit of rest last week, as that's thrown right down to first and not in time. But 2 ball, 2 strike count, as that one was a little bit high again. Smart play by the catcher to try to throw it right down. Luckily, the first baseman very, very alert for the Pioneers, as coming up big was Aaron Thomas with that snag. He looked a little surprised as the throw over again, and Thomas puts the tag on him, but not quite in time. So Wilder comes back set. Taking a long look. Wilder very aware of County over there. County taking a bit of a large lead. This one drilled towards second, over to second, and the shortstop changes on the transfer, and they call him safe at second base. And I gotta imagine Andrew Drum gonna come out and argue that one, and it looks like he will. As of right now, Reinhardt, I believe, is gonna reach on the fielder's choice. So that will be an error, as I was waiting to see what Andrew Drum had to say, but did not get much of an argument there. So Batavia will come up, still nobody out, runners at first and second, and Batavia trying to drive in a run now. He's batting .400 on the season. He's got 2 hits on 5 attempts. The Pioneers' first baseman standing there almost on the grass to the right-hand side. As, again, Batavia threatening here early. Fake throw back to second as Wilder trying not to allow anything moving forward. Has yet to get an out here in the bottom of the second inning. First one got a little bit lucky on a catch in center and then throw in to check the runner back at second base. And this one bunted down, caught, picked off by the pitcher, thrown back to second, and that is going to be a double play. So a great play on the first pitch by Wilder to read the bunt perfectly, make the catch, and make the double play right back to second base, as County was jumping out there. So now 2 outs, and Wilder could be as close as a pitch away to getting out of this inning. The wind and pitch, cut on and fouled away. So Rodriguez up there, no balls, 1 strike. Luis Rodriguez, again, as I said, 1 hit in 6 attempts, does have 3 runs, has a couple of base on balls to his name as well. The wind and the pitch, low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 2 outs here. As 1-1. Wilder, again, trying to get out of this inning. You know, Andrew Drum has a strategy of 4-2-2-2 to get himself through each game, as that's swung on and gets away from the catcher, but 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. As again, Rodriguez trying to get it going with 2 outs here after an impressive start to the inning, just nothing doing so far. Rodriguez is batting 3 for 6 with runners in scoring, with runners on base. That one high, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. The Pioneers trying to put another 0 up on that board. Need just one more strike to do it. The line, the pitch, cut on and missed, strike 3. So swung the whole way, and Rodriguez will go back to the bench. The Pioneers 0-0 right now as we head for the top of the third. We'll see what the Pioneers can do when we come back.
This is Marion Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marion M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, and with that, we come back. A couple more throws out here to the catcher, and the Pioneers will resume batting as it's going to be one of the brand new Elmira Pioneers as Elmelin Petre. Scouting report on him reads as follows. There aren't many infielders in the country that can pick it and navigate the dirt like Emmeline Petre, which is what makes him a potential draft candidate. The Kentucky commit and former Team Canada shortstop has gotten bigger over the winter, 5'11", 180 pounds while maintaining athleticism. A 6.6 runner with arm strength, good footwork and hands, Petre shouldn't have a problem staying on the left side. Offensively, he was more of a slap hitter last summer who grinded out long at-bats and found ways to get on base. If you can couple that approach with added muscle, the bat has a chance to be an average tool that could play in-game with some sneaky juice. Always fun to read read the scouting notes, that's for sure. As Petre gets his first at-bat as a Pioneer, and he does it as the leadoff hitter here in the top of the third, in there for strike number 1, 0-1. As you just heard in the scouting report, known for his at-bats and really working count, so we'll see if he can continue that here in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. The wind and the pitch, taken for strike 2, 0-2. So very quickly here, Petre trying to get going. Want to thank everybody once again for tuning in here live on YouTube and Mixler, your home for Pioneers action all season long. The wind and pitch, cut on by Petre, drilled out there towards third. Petre using his speed, a barehanded attempt, and the Pioneers are going to have their first base runner of the evening. So Petre reaches base. We'll see how the official scorer scores that. It looks like they're going to give him an infield single on that. So Petre earns himself the single. And that'll bring up Justin Taylor, the third baseman. Taylor, another new approach to the Pioneers lineup. 5'11", 200-pound sophomore infielder from Millersville. Appeared in 31 games this season and has been a force at the plate. See what he can do here in his first Pioneers appearance. The wind and pitch. Cut on, and a little bit wild there, 0-1. So, Taylor stepping right back in. Bats from the left-hand side. As, again, coming back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on again, as Justin Taylor really looking to make an impact here in his first at-bat as a Pioneer here in the top of the third. They've got the 0 already up on the board. That's why I keep stumbling over that one, folks. My apologies. As the throw over to first, and a little trouble there on the Julian Pichardo toss. First baseman had to stand back up to make sure he catches that one. No ball, 2-strike count. As, again, coming back set, Pichardo takes a long look towards the plate. The wind, the delivery, high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Taylor trying to keep himself at the dish and, of course, wants to move that runner along from first base. So, again, stepping back up. Taylor takes a look. That one inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pichardo snapped back a little bit. He wanted that one. 2-2 count. Runner still stands at first as Pitre leads off. Second baseman getting himself a little bit of a lead there. And the throw over, Pitre right back, and Pichardo wanted to check on him, was feeling a little uncomfortable there, as once again, 2-ball, 2-strike count. Coming back set comes Pichardo. He waits, checks on the runner, winds and delivers, cut on and fouled right back towards me and over the top, as staying alive, Justin Taylor fouls that one off. Another reminder to make the right decision. Insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. All your auto body needs. Coming back set, Pichardo waits, winds and delivers, thrown, hit, popped up in the air, back towards home plate, and bounces off the netting. This is going to roll right back down. So, Taylor keeping himself up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He is staying in this count and certainly driving up Pichardo's pitch count. See if the Pioneers can capitalize here in the top of the third. Third and fourth inning has kind of been the bread and butter for the Pioneers here early in the season. As coming back set, Pichardo takes a long look over. As getting back set, the wind and delivery. Fake run there, an inside pitch, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Pichardo slaps the mound. He wanted that one. So Taylor right back into the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. As the Pioneers hoping to add another base runner here. The wind, the pitch, delivered, cut on and missed. Swinging strike 3. As that'll be the first out here in the top of the third. Runner stays on first as Theodoralis comes up. Theodoralis coming back up. He's got a runner on base, as he steps in. Taking a look, he is 0 for 1 in this situation. Pitch is thrown, runner was off and going, thrown behind, and that is going to be a stolen base. So a stolen base there for Pitre, as the pitch was a strike, and the throw from the catcher not quite as effective a strike as he throws it back behind the runner, and that gives Pitre a chance to get on base in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike. Coming back set, the wind, the pitch, cut on and popped up. This gets into the shallow area of left field, but the catch will be made by the second baseman. And so with a runner on second, now 2 outs. As Chris Erickson will be the next man up. Erickson, who excels in a category that I don't think many people would like to excel in. He has been hit by a pitch. Well, according to the stat sheet, it is twice. I have 5 to my recollection. I know he was called back to the plate on 1. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled up the middle, and that is caught by the shortstop. What a play. Oh, no, it got through. Excuse me. I thought he caught it the way the fans reacted. The Pioneers are going to hit the board first, and that is a run-scoring double for the Elmira Pioneers. Excuse me. So an RBI double for Chris Erickson. As, well, the brand new second baseman for the Pioneers comes around to score, and the Pioneers are now up 1-0. South Trimble comes up now. He had a 4-3 ground out last time he was up. As Trimble comes up with runners in scoring position and 2 out. 0 for 1 in this situation. We'll see what he can do here. Coming back set is Pichardo. The wind and the pitch. Cut on by Trimble. Driven down the line. Gets just foul. So, no balls, 1 strike. 0-1 the count here as Trimble steps back up. I know Trimble's been nursing some kind of early on injury that has prevented him from playing out in the field, but still getting his hacks at the plate. Designated hitting for the Pioneers and leading off. Certainly doing a great job at that. As Trimble goes back to work here. Julian Pichardo takes a look back a second. He winds and delivers. taken, and that one bounced off the bat knob according to the home plate umpire. So 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. A 1-0 lead for the Pioneers as Trimble looks to make contact, drive in that runner from second, as Chris Erickson with the double certainly helped out the Pioneers' cause. The wind and the pitch taken low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Erickson not even making a move on that one. Not going to try it as Trimble steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to work this count a little higher. Would love to drive up Pichardo's pitch count. He was a tough man to deal with back a week ago. Coming back set, Trimble waits. Pichardo checks the runner and winds and delivers. Cut on, chipped out there towards right field, and the right fielder will make the catch. So that time it is caught, and Pioneers will head to the bottom of the 3rd with a 1-0 lead. So 2 hits for the Pioneers, 2 hits for the Batavia Muck Dogs. When we come back, have the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back here on Mixlr.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
New extra charge hot and iced coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new extra charge hot or iced coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, and with that, we are back here live as Mortellaro about to come up for the first time here tonight. Hasn't led off before, so this will be interesting. It's going to be a 1-for-8 season for Mortellaro so far, 125 batting average. So as Mortellaro heads up, takes a long look as the man out there on the mound, Holden Wilder, has held pat for 2 innings. This one drilled towards third base, picked up, thrown over to first, in time. So 5-3 to lead off the inning. And the Pioneers trying to keep this moving. As up comes Christian Robinson. Robinson so far on the season, well, he's batting 0 for 6. So as he looks to lay down a bunt there, he pulls it back. 1 ball, no strikes. As Robinson steps back in. 1 ball, no strikes. The wind and the pitch from Wilder. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As the Pioneers trying to get through this inning. The success for the Pioneers so far as 1 ball, 2 strikes has been to put up runs in back-to-back innings, so we'll see if they can continue that pattern here after the off day yesterday. Put up a run here in the top of the 3rd, here in the bottom of the 3rd, trying to get through it as a swinging strike gives the Pioneers a strikeout. Second K of the afternoon. So 2 outs, and the designated hitter comes back up, the leadoff man. He popped out to the third baseman back in the first inning. As we'll see what he can do here. Abner Benitez, his .438, is going to take a little bit of a hit here, going 7 for 16 on the year, 7 for 17 now, as that just missed the outside corner there. So again, Benitez getting set back up. He waits as Wilder comes back set, delivers, cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. As again, quickly moving through the batting order, Batavia has been able to really get the order moving along. As 1 ball, 1 strike, cut on and missed again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batavia really has been able to touch this Pioneers pitching staff. Remember, the Pioneers in the second game of the season had a 7-0 lead up here in Batavia and gave up that whole 7-run lead as that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, another Tioga Downs showdown. So that 7-run lead came back and tied 7-7 before the Pioneers would eke out the 9-7 victory here on the second night of the season. Coming back in and getting set, Benitez takes a long look. Getting back set is Wilder, looking for one more pitch. In there, fouled off, and that gets out of the stadium. So another reminder to make the right decision. Insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One more time. The delivery, cut on and missed. Swinging strike, and that makes for a 1-2-3 inning for Holden Wilder. Just seems to be getting better as the game goes on. So we will head to the top of the 4th, see what the Pioneers can do here. Before we take our break, we'll check around the out-of-town scoreboard around the league. As only 4 games tonight, pretty tame night for the PGCBL. Top of the 5th, Amsterdam 2, Socrates 0. And delayed due to rain now, Watertown 4, Auburn 0. Postponed, not sure to when, Albany and Glens Falls. So really, those 4 games are now shrunk down to just 2. Amsterdam and Socrates and the Batavia Muck Dogs and your Elmira Pioneers. We'll step aside and be right back after this here on Mixlr.com.
This is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, and with that, we are back here live. The final couple pitches of the warm-up means that Donovan Montgomery getting ready to come in here. Montgomery, so far this season as a leadoff hitter, only one other time. He's 1 for 1, a perfect effort at the leadoff spot. As one more time again. Pioneers stepping back in. Here comes Montgomery to lead things off here in the top of the, the top of the 4th, excuse me, as Montgomery in the field. We talked about it before. He's turned 6 double plays, a fielding percentage of .963. He's also been a run producer for Siena this year, coming around to score 17 times, but also driving in 13. The line, the pitch, in there for a strike right down the middle as Montgomery takes the first one. 0-1, as I said, as a leadoff batter so far. Perfect on the air. The coaching staff for Batavia coming out there giving signals as that one will get by. 1 ball, 1 strike. As now they've got the outfield where they want them. Always interesting to see the fielding shifts as now there's a huge gap between the right fielder and the center fielder. If Montgomery can push one out there. Cut on and drilled out there towards center. This is up on his horse, getting behind the center fielder, bounces off the wall. Montgomery churns his legs. He goes around second, and he will hold up there. So a leadoff double for Donovan Montgomery as he comes up big to start off the inning, and the Pioneers have to be happy with that one. That's going to bring up Ben Shore. Shore, one of the better hitting Pioneers to start off the season, 5 for 15, coming into the game, .333. Now with a runner in scoring position, Ben Shore, he is batting 1 for 3, .333, but he has 2 RBIs to his name so far. Shore, the catcher out of Auburn, as again, coming back set. Another hit, my apologies there for those watching the scoreboard. I want to thank you all again for tuning in here live on YouTube. The line, the pitch. Inside, gets away from the catcher, but not far away enough. That's going to keep Montgomery out there on second. So Ben Shore who flew out to the center fielder earlier on this afternoon as the pitcher and catcher will talk. Julian Pichardo, who certainly was a big factor back in game number 1 of the season, helped the Batavia Muck Dogs walk away with a 7-0 win back on opening day here in the PGCBL. So far here in the top of the 4th, has given up a run, only 3 hits though, as the Pioneers still looking to find their offense. The wind and the pitch from Pichardo. Cut on. That's connected, but that's popped up again. Maybe playable for the third baseman. He heads over towards the seats, and that is going to get into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a ball and a strike as Shore will come back in. He is looking to keep connecting. As again, Pioneers looking for opportunities. It's all about capitalizing on opportunities for the Pioneers this year. That is what makes a winning franchise, so we'll see if the Pioneers can become one of those as the season continues to roll along. Shore takes a long look as Pichardo checks the runner at second. Nobody near the base as that is low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count. As again, Ben Shore goes right back to work. He is looking to find a lane to put it through. Would love to drive in Donovan Montgomery out there on second base. As I said, Montgomery's been a bit of a spark plug here for the Pioneers early on this season. Coming back set, the wind and delivery from Pichardo. Cut on towards third and will get fouled. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. 1-0 Pios lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Still a lot of game to go, and you know the Pioneers would love to find themselves some offense here to boost this lead. As I said, back in the second game of the season, the Batavia Muck Dogs did come back from a 7-0 deficit. As coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Pichardo wants that one. Did not like that call. So a 3-2 count. As again, Ben Shore going back to work. 3-2 count. He waits. Pichardo checks on the runner at second. The wind, the delivery, cut on, chopped towards third, will be fair. And Montgomery is off and running. He gets there, but no, he's going to be caught. He will be punched out as a double play is made. So, a perfect play by the third baseman, and the Pioneers, well, a base running error there as grounded out 5-3, and it turned into a double play. So, after starting off the inning with a runner on second, now all of a sudden Cam Hill comes up, nobody on and 2 outs. As coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Inside to Cam Hill, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th. Cam Hill gets set. Takes a long look as the lights begin to come on here at Dwyer Stadium. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. So again, Hill, he came into tonight's game batting .250, 4 for 16. Also has scored 3 runs. Has 4 total bases for his own credit, so all singles. As that is inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count against Cam Hill. As we'll see what the Muck Dogs can find here. They're going to be looking to be around the plate but not over it. Hill certainly can make contact when he gets a chance. 3 balls, 1 strike, as that one was outside and, well, more so towards the right-handed batter's box. 3-1 count, 2 outs, as Elmira going back to work here. Cam Hill. He waits as Julian Pichardo gets back set. Nobody to worry about out there on the base pass. Cut on, and Hill will follow that one off. This will get into the crowd. So, no able... wow, tongue-tied me there. No one able to get out there to make the play. So, 3-2 count. one more time here for the Pioneers as they look to get a runner on base. As I said, the runs for the Pioneers have come in back-to-back innings. Thought we might be seeing that again with Donovan Montgomery getting to getting to second base with nobody out. Coming back set, Cam Hill waits. He takes a long look out at Pichardo. Pichardo gets set, has the sign, delivers, cut on, and Hill will put that one out towards shallow center. The second baseman not going to be able to get there, and Hill has himself another single. So the fourth hit of the game for the Elmira Pioneers, as that's going to bring up Aaron Thomas. Thomas, again, has yet to hit successfully here in a Pioneers uniform. However, that being said, Thomas was a perfect game preseason honorable mention All-American and played in the 2018 Palmetto Games. He also played quarterback on his football team and was a member of the National Honor Society, as are a lot of members of our Elmira Pioneers. Certainly always love a great student and a wonderful community member. So, coming back in. Note, they call time. Something with the third baseman there. So, no balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Pioneers looking to extend a 1-0 lead at the moment. As again, everybody taking a look. Pichardo finally getting back on the mound, as he will take a look back at the runner at first. Pichardo winds and delivers. High, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough. 1-0 the count. As the Pioneers have now extended it past the 3 batters that were 2 up in the inning. After that, Donovan Montgomery attempted taking of third. Perfect double play there as the third baseman threw to first, got the out at first, and then threw back over to third in plenty of time to get Montgomery. The line, the pitch, inside, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count as the Pioneers have a runner on first base. Would love to see Thomas come through here. This is a big half inning for the Pioneers. As I said, they continue to produce back-to-back innings, and they could definitely use one here as the lights come on overhead at Dwyer Stadium. The wind and the pitch, outside, 3-0. So Pichardo losing his grip a little bit there. He works on his release point. He checked it there as now Thomas takes a long look. As now again, coming back set. Thomas waits. Pichardo winds, delivers. That one in there for a strike, and that was a very delayed strike call by the home plate umpire. 3 balls, 1 strike, as Thomas was about to head to first base. So again, Thomas waiting. The wind delivery from Pichardo. Cut on. Drilled out there. This has some distance. Getting back, but the right fielder with plenty of time. So a fly out to 9 will end the inning, as a heck of a play there from the Pioneers trying to keep things going as we head to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Pioneers. We'll be back after this.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
All right, and with that, we are back here live from Dwyer Stadium as the lights begin to come on. The throwdown has been completed, and that will bring up the Batavia Muck Dogs again. Pioneers unable to score in back-to-back innings this time, as the leadoff batter going to be Walton now. Walton, as the leadoff hitter, well, to be honest, that has not occurred yet this season, so we'll see what he can do here. Walton, just as a hitter so far this season, is up there. He's been at bat 7 times, has 2 hits, 286, cut on, drilled out there towards right, and that is gonna get down. Walton rounds first, heads for second. The throw in from right will keep him there at 2. So a quick hit to start off this inning as Walton ends up on second. That'll bring up Marcus. Spencer Marcus batting .438. He has been very, very successful. 7 hits in 16 at-bats. 2 doubles, as a matter of fact. As now again, the Muck Dogs threatening as Julian Pichardo getting very excited down there, trying to help his cause as he's trailing 1-0 right now. Fake throw back to second with the runner on as the Muck Dogs trying to catch themselves back up here. A 1-0 deficit for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the 4th. That one missed. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count as Wilder working his 4th inning of work here. Was a body down in the bullpen for the Pioneers. The wind and pitch outside yet again. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count as Wilder going to settle back down. As I said, he had a 1-2-3 inning last inning. Would certainly love to replicate that here in this one, but a runner on second on the very first pitch of the inning. Cut on, drilled towards short. Kept it in front of him, throws to first and in time. So, as the shortstop goes to first, that'll be the first out here of the inning. And that's going to bring up Burroway. Daniel Burroway batting $154 in the season, 2 for 13. And as we check the runner in scoring position, Burroway batting 1 for 4, 254 with a runner in scoring position. See what he can do here as he takes a look back. The wind and the pitch. High, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 count. As again, Burroway getting set. Taking a look. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled down the foul line. That's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As the Pioneers do get that first. There we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out there on the scoreboard as well. Here in the bottom of the 4th, the wind, the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 the count. As again, Wilder gets himself into these innings and he starts to roll. Interesting to see here in his first start as an Elmira Pioneer. Checks the runner second, the wind, the pitch, cut on and fouled back in outside Dwyer Stadium. That means 1-2 count remains. Still that runner in scoring position on second base. 1-2 the count. Takes a long look in, does Wilder. Has his pitch, swings, and that one fouled off again. So another 1-2 count. As the Pioneers pitching staff being tasked with a big job here to keep the Muck Dogs off the board. Has not been an easy task for anybody. They may have been losing so far, but I'll tell you what, they're 1-3, but they're always close. So 1-0 lead right now for the Pioneers. Not a whole heck of a lot of room to feel safe about. As umpire pointing time there, I believe. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count one more time. As Wilder takes a long look. Big lead off of second. Second baseman floats back over towards first as that's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. As again, Wilder gets right back onto the mound. He takes the look. Takes a look back at the runner at second. No, he doesn't even look. He pushes that one right in towards the plate, and it caught the second baseman off guard. Still another foul, still 2-2. As Petra was looking back there and just got a bad read off that one as the pitcher didn't even check. Usually he checks and then strolls back over towards first, but Petra. Now he has the sign, goes back. Drilled out there over towards left center. This is going to get down in the gap, and this is going to tie the game. Rolls up against the wall. Hustling that one in towards third. As the man gets to second, Burroway gets himself an RBI double, and that is going to tie this one up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. On the fourth hit of the game for the Batavia Muck Dogs. So, again, nobody warming up in the pen for the Pioneers. This will be Holden Wilder's inning. So as Charlie Ciccone comes up, he has a single already today and would love to drive in another run. Pioneers trying to find a way to shut the door here, as with runners in scoring position, Ciccone 0 for 2. So that's a streak the Pioneers would love to extend. As Holden Wilder checking out the runner on second, winds, delivers, in there for a strike, 0-1. So an 0-1 count on Ciccone as he steps back in. Wilder looks around, has his sign, winds and delivers, cut on and fouled away, back into the seats, 0-2. So an 0-2 count as Wilder takes a long look. 1-1 ball game now. Each side has 4 hits as Wilder trying to find his way through another challenging inning. The wind and pitch is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count. Wilder checked with the umpire on that one, didn't like the call necessarily. Ciccone again led off the second inning with that single, so a little surprised he wasn't a little more aggressive coming in here, as now somebody heading for the bullpen. Cut on, and that will get fair. So the Muck Dogs are going to score again as the throw comes into the shortstop, and once again the cycle continues. 2 runs and a runner on second base again as Ciccone earns himself an RBI. So bottom of the fourth, runner standing on second, and it looks like the Pioneers have someone up down in the bullpen. Timeout called by Andrew Drum as he will head out there to talk with his hurler. 1 out as now again Wilder trying to be talked down by his manager out there. And the Pioneers, well, everybody really coming in here to have this conversation. That outfield plays very, very big out there in Dwyer Stadium. And the Elmira Pioneers, well, they need to take advantage of that when they're at the plate, but right now they've got to find a way to make it a lot smaller because Batavia has found it here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So, upcoming Jerry Reinhardt, the third baseman, who steps into the plate. Wilder taking a look as Reinhardt steps in here. First pitch to Reinhardt. Coming up shortly here as Wilder continues to look in. Wilder has his sign, winds, delivers, and bounces that one as that'll advance the runner to third base on the pass ball. So not the way that Wilder wanted to start this at bat. As Wilder exchanges balls with the home plate umpire. Pitcher down in the bullpen. Stretching out, I believe that's Tom Catania. Looks like number 30 down there, so we'll see if Catania makes his appearance here in the fourth. I'm sure Andrew Drum would love to save him for the fifth inning if Wilder can get it together here and get out of this inning. Wilder comes back set, he winds and delivers as that is in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga Down showdown. As stepping back in, Reinhardt taking a look. Gets the sign from his third base coach. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And again, taking a long look. Wilder gets back set. The delivery low, bounces. The man from third was hustling towards home, but a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike against Reinhardt. As again, Elmira just trying to get this going. They need to get out of this inning here as they now trail 2-1. Coming back set. Wilder winds, delivers, cut on, drilled back up the middle. That's going to score another run. The shortstop scoops it up, throws over to first, not in time. So a single and an RBI for the Muck Dogs as they make it 3-1. That is unfortunate for the Pioneers as once again, Joey Batavia coming up. He is 2 for 5 on the season. So far here tonight, he grounded into a double play. The Pioneers would love to see that happen again and get themselves out of this inning in a 3-1 deficit. Still plenty of time. As Wilder comes back set. Throws over to first and not in time. So, Batavia stepping back in. Again, he grounded into a double play back in the second inning. Wilder comes back and checks. Delivers. Cut on, drilled through and into right field as the quick throw back in towards second. And another single on the first pitch of the at-bat. And I think they're going down to check on the bullpen down there with runners on first and second. As now, again, Luis Rodriguez, who struck out earlier tonight, now has runners on first and second base. I believe they're checking on Catania down in the bullpen, the wind and the pitch. In there for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. So Rodriguez wearing the infamous 42. Apparently not retired down here in the PGCBL. As coming back set. The wind of the pitch from Wilder. Drilled towards third. Caught. Stepped on third base. Thrown over to first. No, it gets through. And now chasing it down to the fence. They're sending the runner to home. Pitch thrown in and not in time. Thrown to third, but nobody's there. As that will score another run. Not at all what the Pioneers were hoping for there on an attempted double play. And that's got to be the end of the night for Wilder. So, looks like that's going to do it as Wilder will shake hands with the manager and out of the dugout, there, or excuse me, out of the bullpen will be Tom Catania. So Catania coming in, he'll inherit a runner on third, and we'll see if the Pioneers can eke out of danger when we come back here on Mixler.com, your home for the Pioneers all season long.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, and with that, we are back here live. Tom Catania out on the mound, and we'll see what he can do here. As Mortellaro coming up. As again, we have an interesting night here. Mortellaro grounded into a shortstop to first base the last time. If he could do that again, that would get Catania out of this inning with very little effort. We'll see what he can do here. As yet again, Catania coming back set. He's got a 1-0 count right now. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch is low and outside, 2-0. Hard to come into a game and get yourself going right away. We'll see if Catania can do exactly that. He's come out of the bullpen 2 years ago. Very impressive out of the pen. Even had a start there. Well, a couple of starts down the stretch, to be perfectly frank. And somebody the Pio is very happy to have back, as this one's drilled towards second. Scooped up, thrown to first, and in plenty of time. So the Pioneers and Tom Catania get out of the inning as we head for the top of the 5th. The Elmira Pioneers now trailing 4-1. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
New extra charge hot and iced coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new extra charge hot or iced coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, and with that, we are back here live from Dwyer Stadium. Obviously, the Pioneers looking to rebound after that bottom of the 4th that just did not go their way. Set to lead things off, Dom Popa. Popa popped out to the center fielder back in his first at-bat, back in the 2nd inning. He has yet to lead off. This will be his first time doing that here for the Pioneers. And, of course, he's going to have to contend with the very, very difficult Julian Pichardo, who remains in the game. So as Pichardo makes his way out here, takes the look in as Popa steps in. Lefty on righty action here, as Popa going to be looking to make an impact as quickly as possible. The Pioneers needing to get themselves back into this one, as that sits outside, no ball, or 1 ball, no strikes, excuse me. As again, coming back set, the wind and the pitch from Pichardo, taken for a strike, and Popa will step out just for a second, get himself composed. Extra couple swings here at the dish. 1-1 the count. As again, Popa steps back in. He takes a look as Pichardo comes back set, and he will wind and deliver. Taken right down the middle, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, again, Catania now into the game for the Pioneers pitching staff. The numbers on the other side, not where you want them to be for the Muck Dogs, having a 4-run, 7-hit game so far. As that one a little bit inside on Popa. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. So Popa steps back in. 2-2 the count. He's apparently the K-man here tonight. He has not struck out to this point. As once again, 2-ball, 2-strike count. The line, the delivery, cut on by Popa, grounded towards second. A little one-hopper, and that will be the first out of the inning. So a quick out on the 4-3 ground ball, and that will bring in Petre. Petre coming in. Again, his second at bat. His first one was fairly successful as he singled and then managed to come all the way around. Elmelin Petre headed to Kentucky in the fall, as that's in their first strike, 0-1. As Pichardo trying to get right back to work. He did give up the run in the third, but hasn't given up anything else. Pioneers have a couple of errors on the line score at this point. The line in the pitch. Bounces back behind, so a ball, a strike, in and out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Pichardo trying to settle himself in here. Waiting. Taking a long look out is Petre. The wind and the pitch from Pichardo is in there for a strike. Caught a little bit too much of the plate there as Petre steps back in. 1-ball, 2-strike count. Pioneers trying to get something going here. Coming back set, Pichardo waits. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed by Petre. So that'll be a strikeout. And now, big cut from Petre, and that'll bring up Justin Taylor. Taylor, who struck out back in the third inning. As we'll see if he can figure out what Pichardo is going to be throwing here. Has not been an easy road for the Pioneers, as they learned back in game number 1, although they do put a run across so far, which is more than they did back in the first game of the year against Pichardo. That on the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, as the Pioneers trying to find some offense here. 2-out offense still works as Pichardo waits, delivers inside, and almost hits his man. That one really high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count here. As again, Pichardo gets set, takes the long look out. The wind, the pitch is a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. As Pichardo has to be coming towards the end of his evening, you would think as well, here in just his second start of the season. As waiting for the pitch, yet again, Justin Taylor. The wind and the pitch from Pichardo is up and in again. 3 balls, 1 strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike. As again, Taylor would love to get on here. As back again. Coming back and set. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. The count is full. As Taylor, the third baseman, in his first game as a Pioneer here tonight as well. He and Petre both following up that category, as both of them enjoying their first night here as Pioneers. Coming back set, Pichardo winds, delivers, cut on, popped up, and back towards the booth. That one's going to get out of play. And again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As Taylor will step back in. Taylor would be followed by Theodorelis if he can reach. As one more time, Pichardo takes a long look in. Looking towards home plate. Pichardo comes set, he winds and delivers. High, that'll be ball 4. So a free pass down to first, and that is going to bring up Peter Theodorelis. Theodorelis had a pop-up over to the shortstop, his first time up. And now we'll see what he can do here, as he's going to be looking for contact. Theodorelis steps into the plate. Looks out towards Pichardo, who winds, delivers, outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. As Theodorellis stepping back in. Takes a look, a little bit of a lead over there for Taylor. Not too far off the bag. Pichardo certainly does like to check on the runners. As the wind and the pitch. High again, 2 balls, no strikes. As out comes the manager to have a little talk. So a 2-0 count. As the staff will continue to look around, and we'll see if what Martinez is going to do here. Joe Martinez talking with his hurler. Again, this is fairly unusual, as Pichardo has been lights out against the Pioneers so far this season. And he did give up a run here tonight, something he did not do back in game number 1 of the season. So Pichardo getting back set as Theodorellis looking to keep this inning alive. Theodorellis takes a look as he steps back in. Pichardo takes a look over at first. Again, not much of a lead. As Theodorellis waits, the wind, the pitch. High again, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Theodorellis. We'll see if he's got the green light here. As Pichardo looking. Taylor in a 3-0 count over at first base. The wind, the pitch. Outside, ball 4. 4 straight pitches and another base on balls. So Taylor will head to second, Theodorellis to first. Chris Erickson comes up. He had a double and an RBI earlier tonight. See if he can get the bat on the ball. So with runners on first and second, Erickson looking around, trying to find a lane. The pitch. Low. No, on the corner, according to the home plate umpire. As once again, the home team has to be happy about that one, because I'm not sure that would have been called a strike half an inning ago. But once again, the wind and the pitch from Pichardo. Cut on and popped up. This will get into foul territory, 0-2. So after 4 straight balls to Theodorellis, Erickson has gotten some pitches to hit. 0-2 count. As yet again, Erickson stepping back in. He did have the RBI earlier here tonight. Would love to drive another run in here as the Pioneers desperately need him, as we're here in the top of the 5th inning. Erickson takes a couple of cuts. Not holding on Theodorellis at all. Justin Taylor barely being held on. As again, Erickson waits for the pitch. The wind, the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Pichardo trying to get himself out of this top of the 5th inning. Can't really see the bullpen from my vantage point. I think there may be somebody down there, but I cannot tell for sure. As now Pichardo. According to the Batavia crew, Prospero down there is warming up. The pitch cut on, fouled away again. 1 ball, 2 strike count one more time. So a 1-2 count as the Elmira Pioneers trying to close this gap. Stepping back in, Chris Erickson takes a look. Pioneers have runners at first and second, both there by way of the walk. 5th batter of the inning as Pichardo takes a look. The wind, the pitch. In there for a strike looking. And Chris Erickson not going to like that one. He'll leave 2 runners stranded. And that means the Pioneers will go back to the field. Not at all where they wanted that one to go. With runners on first and second. We'll step aside here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Stay with us here on Mixler.com, your home for Pioneers action all season long.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
Hi, this is Marion Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marion M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, so Tom Catania will take the mound yet again. He has pitched a third of an inning so far. We'll see what he can do here in the bottom of the fifth as he leads it off against Robinson. Robinson takes a strike, 0-1. So Robinson, who has a strikeout swinging already here tonight. Christian Robinson, as he takes a ball there, 1-1. As now Robinson steps back in. Catania looking to go to work here. Certainly would like to put up a 0 on the scoreboard as the Pioneers need to come back here tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count. As Robinson steps back in. He's out of Clark State College. 6'2" and 180 pounds. The wind and pitch, cut on, drilled towards third, chopped at, but unable to make the play. It does get by the third baseman, and they very quickly mark that an error, so they're going to give that an E. According to the scoreboard, I think they gave that an error. So I do see that third error up there, and runner on first. So, all right, well, 3, 4. Error on the third baseman as this one's drilled back through on the first pitch, and that will put runners right back on first and second here for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Single for Benitez as he second hitter on, and that'll bring up Walton. Walton here tonight has a single and a double. So we'll see what he can do here. The Pioneers going to be looking for the ground ball as Catania trying to find an out to start off the bottom of the fifth inning here. Been a rough start for the Pioneers here tonight. As now again, getting back set. The wind and pitch, laying down the bunt, goes towards Catania, who can't handle it, and it's an infield hit. As now, that means that the Muck Dogs will have the bases loaded for their third batter, Marcus. As Marcus comes up with the bases loaded, we'll see if this is a stat I can't imagine has come up so far this year, and it is not. Bases loaded, nobody on. They're actually going to give him a error to the pitcher. So not a hit there, my apologies. As now Catania throws, delivers off the fouled pat for a ball, for a strike, excuse me. Wow. All tongue-tied here. My apologies. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. As a 4-1 lead here for Batavia, and they look to add to that. Catania takes a look. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled off of Catania. Bounces back. The shortstop scoops it up, throws to first. Not in time. So Batavia now has a 5-1 lead. As another error up on the board at the moment. So, able to get this going. And it's just not been what the Pioneers have been looking to do here tonight. So, as a 5-1 lead, scoring in back-to-back innings here now are the Muck Dogs. As the Pioneers take a look. Catania will get that one in there for a strike, 0-1. Still nobody out here. As Elmira trailing by 4. Bases still loaded with nobody out here in Batavia in the bottom of the 5th. Catania takes a look. Checks on the runners at third and second. Now delivers. Cut on. Chipped towards shallow right. That's going to get down. Scores 1. Going to score a second one. And that'll be runners at first and second on the single. And it's a 7-1 lead for the Muck Dogs. So Burroway comes up big there. And Catania, well, there is someone throwing in the pen. But he has been a really strong arm for the Pioneers for the last couple of years here, and now struggling here tonight. Hopefully he can regain his composure, get himself out of this inning. Love to see him get a ground ball here, get into the double play perhaps. 7-1 in favor of the Muck Dogs at the moment. The wind and the pitch. Bunt is laid down and backed into the backstop behind home plate, and again, the Pioneers struggling so far. 7-1. Don't forget, the Pioneers were able to come up with a 7-run outburst against the Muck Dogs their last time here at Dwyer Stadium. Hopefully can replicate that in the later innings here today. We are here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as again, 10 batters in the PGCBL rules this year. No balls, 1 strike. And again, going back to work against Swy County, Tom Catania, 0-1 the count. Taking a look. The wind and the pitch. The bunt is laid down. Scooping it up is Catania. Throws over to first in time. So it advances the runners to second and third, but the Pioneers do get the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. So, next man up, Reinhardt. As Swy County gets the sacrifice bunt down and makes it work for the Muck Dogs, as they now have runners on second and third. Jerry Reinhardt, the third baseman here tonight, reached on a fielder's choice, had a single with an RBI. And now again, the Pioneers have the first out of this inning, but need a couple more. So Catania coming back set. He winds and delivers. Cut on, drilled towards the shortstop. Stopped down, thrown over to first in time, but another run will cross the plate. So 2 outs, but again, not a huge help, as yet again the Pioneers trailing 8-1 at this point. As that one was a 6-3, and now Batavia will come up. He's grounded into a double play, also has a single, gets another single here. It could be an 8-run lead for the Muck Dogs. If Catania can knock things down, it would help the Pioneers out quite a bit, as this one's drilled out towards center. Should be playable. The catch is made. So Catania works himself out of danger here towards the end of the inning, but not before surrendering quite a few runs. It's now an 8-1 deficit for the Pioneers to have to overcome as they head to the top of the 6th. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com, your home for Pioneers action all season long.
most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me berry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
All right, and with that being said, we are back here tonight, top of the 6th. And again, the top of the order will lead things off. It's an 8-1 lead for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Pioneers have to start scratching and clawing back here if they're going to get back into this one, as we're already into the top of the 6th inning. So South Trimble, first man up. See what he can do here. As the windup and the pitch. High and tight, 1 ball, no strikes here in the top of the 6th. So Pichardo back out there. A little surprised he's here in the top of the 6th, especially with such a huge lead. As once again, Julian Pichardo waits. He winds and delivers. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. So, right back in. We'll see if Trimble can get something started here in the top of the 6th. The wind and pitch from Pichardo is low, 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0 the count. As again, South Trimble trying to reach base ahead of Donovan Montgomery, the leadoff hitter. The wind and the pitch. High, ball 4 straight will put Trimble on first base. So that's right where you want to be. Montgomery, who has been successful here so far tonight, does have a double. He did end up stuck out there after trying to advance to third on a throwover from third to first, but now it looks like Pichardo's night may be over. We'll see. As manager Rodriguez will head out to the mound. And it looks like relief may be on its way after the third walk in the last 4 batters is surrendered. And Pichardo, who did have himself a heck of a night, he'll get a strong salute from the Muck Dog faithful who are in attendance here tonight on Guaranteed Win Night. So Pichardo handing the ball over to his replacement as he will head for the bench and be given congratulations from his teammates. I was rumored that Tyler Prospero may be the next pitcher out of Niagara University. Prospero has a 13.5 ERA, has been in 1 game, started 1 game, pitched just 2 innings after giving up 3 hits for 3 earned runs, including a strikeout there for him, but he did only face 10 batters, so we'll see what he can do here tonight. So Prospero making his way in. And now again, the Pioneers with a huge hill to climb. They trail by 7 here in the top of the 6th. Still a lot of outs to go, and they do have a runner on first with Prospero coming in. As I said, he's been touched a little bit here, as he did give up 3 earned runs in his previous start. Wasn't able to last too long in that one. Got the no decision, but did give up did have a 13.5 ERA. So hopefully the Pioneers can find a way to get through. So Prospero comes in. And now the catcher separating his infield. As again, the leadoff man did reach. South Trimble made his way to first base courtesy of the base on balls. And that's going to bring up Donovan Montgomery. We'll see what kind of approach he takes to the man out on the mound. As Montgomery gets set. And Prospero waits. Has his sign, winds and delivers. High and over the head of the catcher, so that's going to advance the runner on ball one. Ball one would have ended up about back here in the press box if that netting wasn't there. So Prospero stepping back in. Gets his hands a little dirty so that he can grip the ball a little better as back again. Prospero gets back set. He checks on the runner back at second. The wind and the pitch. Taken inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Open base over there on first. As again, Elmira looking to come through here. Coming back set. Prospero checks on the runner at second. He waits. Long look, the delivery, cut on and missed as that'll be a strike. Thought that one might have been a little high, but Montgomery sure seemed to like it. As again, Montgomery steps back in. Stepping back in, Montgomery looks out at Prospero. It's been a little while to start off his evening here. 2-1 count as the sky gets very, very pink back behind him. Cut on and missed again as the foul tip makes it an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Montgomery certainly putting everything he has into each swing. As coming back set. Montgomery sets and waits. Prospero has his sign. Takes that check on the runner over there at second. The wind and the pitch. Montgomery lets it go. Ball 3. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 count. Montgomery takes a long look as Prospero trying to find a way to get Montgomery out of there. Montgomery has been a thorn in the side for pitchers here early on in this season. Coming back set. Prospero checks the runner. The wind and the pitch cut on by Montgomery. Hit out there towards the left, and that one should be playable for the left fielder, and he will make the catch. So, Prospero gets his first out after allowing the after allowing the base on balls recipient, South Trimble, to advance to second on the first pitch that he threw. That's going to bring up Ben Shore, the catcher. Shore, who has not found a lot of success here tonight, but has been very successful early on in this season. Shore waits. Long look in, the wind, the pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. As again, the Pioneers trailing the Muck Dogs. There are plenty of opportunities for the Pioneers to come back here. Still a lot of outs to go, and offensive lineup that the Pioneers are hoping to get going. Shore waits. Check on the runner, the wind, and the pitch. Cut on and drilled out there towards right. The right fielder on his horse trying to get there, and that will get just foul. Lots of good contact on that one. No balls, 2 strikes. As Shore wants to find a way to get these Pioneers going. That one would have done it, but couldn't quite get it to stay fair. So Shore coming back as he steps in against Prospero. Prospero getting his first inning of work here after a base on balls. Marked the end of the night for Julian Pichardo. 8-1 in favor of the Muck Dogs after Pioneers pitching has struggled a little bit here in the last 2 innings. The pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 4 runs in each of the last 2 innings for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Getting back in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ben Shore needing to find a hit here. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Cut on by Shore, grounded towards third. Play will be made over to first base, and the man keeps his leg on the base. Shore will go down. That's 2 outs. The runner still standing at second base on the 5-3 putout. Cam Hill will come up next. Hill steps back in. The cleanup hitter tonight, as Prospero going to do his best to get out of this inning. Coming back set is Prospero. Leans in and looks as Cam Hill waits. The wind and the pitch is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Pioneers looking to stay alive and keep working here tonight. Coming back set now is Prospero. Checks on that runner at second. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed as Hill was way out in front of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hill out of Auburn. Just trying to get something started here for the Pioneers. It has not been the most successful night. They scored first, but since then have given up 8 runs. Coming back set, it's a 1-1 count. Hill looking. The pitch from Prospero is low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 2-1 count. As the Pioneers looking for some offense. Again, I said it even before the game started. The Pioneers have struggled to come up with offense here early in the season. The lineup continues to change, and they try to find the solution there, as that one's high and outside. So 3 balls, 1 strike as Cam Hill trying to find a path to the base paths. 3 balls, 1 strike. So would certainly take the walk here if he could get it. As Hill waits. A look back towards second. The wind of the pitch. In there for a strike, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. As the Muck Dogs have to be counting outs right now. 10 away from a victory, which would be their first since opening night down at historic Dunfield. Prospero delivers. Outside, ball 4, and that will put the Pioneers with runners on first and second. So Aaron Thomas coming in. Thomas still looking for his first hit as a Pioneer. Now would not be a bad time to get it. As Thomas steps in. Prospero has been a little wild to start off his night. Something to consider as Thomas steps in. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled right back towards us here in the press box. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Thomas stepping back in from the right-hand side, righty on righty here at the mound and the plate. Runners on first and second. As coming back set. Prospero. The wind and the pitch. A little bit high, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1. 2 outs, still runs at second and third, still runners at first and second. Trying to turn them into runs as the Pioneers trying to cut the gap. 8-1 right now here in the top of the 6th inning. Prospero winds, delivers, cut on and chopped up. This one high in the air, but that is going to get onto the roof here above us. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As again, Pioneers just trying to find a path to home plate. So, Prospero trying to work his way out of this inning. The wind. The pitch from Prospero. thrown, taken, strike three, and a big punch out as home plate umpire delivers it, and the Pioneers will head to the bottom of the sixth, trailing 8-1. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com, your home for Pioneers action all season long.
New extra charge hot and iced coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new extra charge hot or iced coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, and with that, we are back here live from Dwyer Stadium. We'll quick look around the out-of-town scoreboard as the Socrates Stallions and the Amsterdam Mohawks tied at 3 apiece in the top of the 7th. The only other score tonight, your Pioneers 1, Muck Dogs 8. Not the way they were hoping to get this one going, as they've got a new pitcher on the mound. Zach Bayfield steps out there. Bayfield so far this season has come into one game for 2 innings. He gave up 2 hits and 3 runs, including a strikeout, and he faced 12 batters. So he'll be looking for some success here as we get everything set up here for you guys on the YouTube stream. Thank you once again for joining us on YouTube. Always appreciate it. Bayfield, a 6'4", 210-pound junior left-handed pitcher from Oberlin College. Through 3 seasons, Zachary has been used mostly as a reliever until this season, in which he started 3 games. 5 appearances, Bayfield has 15 strikeouts back at college. As now, Rodriguez steps up. The wind and pitch is outside, a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 count on Rodriguez as Bayfield trying to get himself a 0 on the board, not something that has come easily for the Pioneers here tonight. 8 runs up there so far. As Bayfield taking a look. The wind and the pitch. Low, 2 balls. 3 balls. 3-0 count. My apologies. So a 3-0 count here. Coming back set. The wind and the pitch. In there for ball 4. So immediately Bayfield comes in and puts a runner on as the Pioneers once again with a base runner to deal with here in the bottom of the 6th. Mortellaro comes up. He's grounded out twice today, once to the shortstop, once to the third baseman. He grounds out here. That could turn into 2, which would be a huge, huge thing for the Pioneers, as that's in there for a strike, 0-1. As the Pioneers, again, just continuing to struggle here against the Muck Dogs. They see Pichardo, and all of a sudden, problems begin. Throw over to first, and not in time, as Thomas couldn't quite make that connection. So nobody up and throwing in the bullpen, as far as I can tell down there for the Pioneers. Bayfield comes back set. Winds and pitches, cut on, drilled towards the second baseman spot, but it gets through the gap, and the right fielder will make a play, throwing that quickly back in, as that'll put runners on first and second. So runners stand on first and second, and that's going to bring up Robinson. So Muck Dogs once again, runners on first and second base. And again, Robinson goes back to work here. The wind and the pitch. Thrown outside, ball one. It looked like Robinson was thinking about a bunt. So, 1 ball, no strikes. 8-1 Muck Dog lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The wind and the pitch. Bunt was shown again and again pulled back for 2 balls, no strikes. Robinson with runners on first and second. You see the first baseman standing there on the infield grass. As again, the wind and the pitch. Bunted that time, does get down, thrown over to third as the play is made. As not sure if the third baseman remembered they could tag him out, but fielder's choice on Robinson, and now Benitez will come up as everyone stays on first and second, and there is a singular out here in the inning as Benitez, who comes up after singling back an inning ago, now comes up again. He was the second batter in what seems like a long while ago back in the bottom of the 5th, as that swung on and missed. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 6th. As Bayfield trying to work out of some danger here. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled up towards second, scooped up, stepped on second, thrown over to first. Play was not able to be made as the first baseman stretched out. That will drive in a run, and that makes it 9-1 in favor of the Muck Dogs. So an out, but unfortunately on the attempted double play, just unsuccessful. As the Pioneers add another error to their defensive totals. Perfect pitch by Bayfield, just the error kind of screwed things up there for him. As again, coming back up, it was I think that's going to be marked as a fielder's choice and an error. So again, going back to work, Bayfield, the wind and pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, runner on second, scores 9-1. The wind and pitch from Bayfield, cut on and fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. As the Pioneers trying to get out of this inning, they need to get back up to bat. They only have 9 offensive outs remaining. Bayfield comes back set, he winds and delivers. Taken low and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 9-1 lead for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Coming back set. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Check back towards the runner, the wind and the pitch. Low and inside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the Pioneers trying to get going. The pitch drilled towards short, and that's going to get through. That's going to score another run. And the throw to the plate is not in time as the run crosses, and the runner stands at first base as a single drives in another RBI for Walton. And now it's a 9-run lead for the Batavia Muck Dogs. So, the Pioneers, after a day off, certainly not maintaining that swagger they had coming in after a 3-game winning streak. So the count now starts all over. High, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner standing on first base with 2 outs. As again, the wind and the pitch, cut on and missed, 1 ball, 1 strike. With a 1-1 count, trying to go back to work. Bayfield trying to just get out of this inning. Has not been the start to it he's wanted, that's for sure. The wind and the pitch just missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bayfield not going to like that one. As again, Bayfield coming back set. He takes a long look, the wind, the delivery. Inside again, 3-1. And Bayfield doesn't like that look. So, steps back out. Takes a good long look. And now again, Bayfield winds and delivers. Low and inside, that'll be ball 4. So now runners move to first and second with 2 outs. So Marcus walks over. And that'll bring up Burroway. Burroway, a dangerous hitter, as the Pioneers well aware. As one more time, trying to get it set up. As Georgia will come in for Burroway. As he gets plunked there. And a hit by pitch will load the bases. As again, the Pioneers working out the bullpen out there. Believe Drew Height may be next. We'll have to wait to see who they have up in the pen. I can't quite see from my vantage point. As now, Swinkowski comes in. He takes ball number 1. So, Pioneers really have their backs against it now. A 10-1 lead for the Muck Dogs, as they've scored in each of the last 3 innings. This one grounded towards the shortstop, scooped up, thrown to second, and that will cancel out the inning. So, we head to the top of the 7th, a 10-1 deficit for the Elmira Pioneers. And this one has, well, been interesting to say the least. The Pioneers now need to find something to be positive about. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built and like the Marian M. Decker Agency LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, well, sorry to cut that one short there, folks, as we come back, and everybody looks to be ready, as coming out, Dom Popa. Popa tonight, he has struck out looking, flown out to the right fielder, and popped out to the first baseman. See if he can get it going here in the top of the 7th. Pioneers would love to at least cut into this lead. It's a 10-1 deficit here with 9 offensive outs to go for the Pioneers. The wind and the pitch from Prospero in there for a strike right away, 0-1. So Popa steps right back in. Popa waiting. Coming back set. Prospero winds and delivers. Cut on by Popa, and that'll be fouled away, as that one stopped by the first base coach, 0-2. So Popa trying to get this going, and my apologies, he is 0 for 2 on the night. Popped out to center field and had a 4-3 ground ball. Next two batters to come up to the bat for the Pioneers will be the two newest members of the Pioneers, as the Muck Dogs trying to stifle the Pioneers, who came in riding a winning streak, but that one bounces off and will head right for the coaching staff. So 0-2 count remains, as again, Prospero has been successful so far, as the Elmira Pioneers haven't been able to touch him. The only run coming back against the starter. The wind and pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pioneers will take that as Popa takes a long look. And again, Pioneers waiting. Popa takes the look out. The wind, the pitch, cut on and drilled out there towards right. Right fielder has a read on it. He cuts back in and makes the grab. So, fly out to 9, and that's going to bring up Petrie. His first game as a Pioneer. We'll see what he can do, as again, it's been a rough night so far. Elmelin Petrie stepping in. He does have a single that came around to score. He was the lone run so far. As again, 10-1. Muck Dogs have the lead. As Petrie waits, the wind, the pitch in there. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count here with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As again, the wind and pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Prospero working around out there. I'm seeing some activity down in that Muck Dogs bullpen. Pioneers have some players milling. I don't know that anyone is throwing at the moment. 2 ball, 1 strike, 1 out count. The pitch is in there for a ball. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As Petrie steps back in. The wind and the pitch. High, ball 4. So Petrie will head down to first base, and the Pioneers will have a base runner for the first time this inning. And the base on balls should help out a little bit. As Taylor comes in, he has a strikeout and a base on balls here tonight. Another left-handed batter. As lefty on a righty. As now again, base on balls helps out. The wind, the pitch, cut on, out there towards center field. There it is, popped up. The shortstop trying to get there, but called off by the center fielder, and that will be an out. As the pop up to the center fielder makes it a 2-out portion of the 7th inning. Peter Theodorelis now will be trying to move along that runner from first. Petrie reaching base his 2nd time here tonight. As Theodorelis waits. Erickson on deck should Theodorelis reach. And again, Elmira trailing 10-1 right now. Not the way they want to come back from the day off, that's for sure. The wind and the pitch. High, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, 2 outs. As again, Pioneers taking a look. Theodorelis waiting. The wind and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit of a delayed call there from the umpire. Want to remind everybody once again also, the Pioneers will come back home tomorrow to face off against these same Batavia Muck Dogs. Make sure you get a ticket. Call 607-734-2690 as the pitch is in and cuts in a little bit too far. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pioneers going to be looking to rebound very, very quickly after this one. As now, Theodorelis taking a look. The The wind and the pitch from Prospero. Cut on, and that will get fouled back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Theodorellis going up against Prospero, excuse me. 2 ball, 2 strike count. 2 men out. Theodorellis looking to stretch this inning out a little bit. As he waits. The wind, the pitch. Cut on, drilled towards first, and the play is made. So a ground ball over to the third baseman, and that will do it for the top of the 7th. Time for the 7th inning stretch, and then we'll be back after this right here on Mixlr.com.
Extra charge hot and iced coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new extra charge hot or iced coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me berry.
You got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
All right, and with that, we are back here live on Mixlr.com and YouTube Live as the last couple pitches of the 7th inning stretch taken care of there as Drew Haight coming in. So Drew Haight into the game to pitch. We'll see how many innings he can eat up as Haight comes into the game. So far this season, Haight has appeared in just 1 game. Did throw an inning, so not a ton of work so far. As the next pitch thrown inside, as Reinhardt going to work here. So Reinhardt steps in, and we'll see where he lands on this one. Coming back set. Pitch from Haight as he was not ready on that one. Reinhardt steps out as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Cut on and fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As the Elmira Pioneers trying to get through the bottom half and get back to the plate. Trailing right now by 9, 10-1. The wind and the pitch from Haight. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 10-1 in favor of the Muck Dogs. Low again, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Waiting on the pitch. Haight delivers in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. So Haight getting himself together. Some more stretching down in the bullpen as the Pioneers going through a number of arms already. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards center. As the center fielder going to chase it down. It will be a single as the Pioneers able to hold that just to 1. But again, trouble abound. So a single there as Batavia comes up. As Batavia, who has hit into a double play, flown out to center, and had a single himself, will step in. Again, not the way that the Pioneers wanted tonight to go at all. Coming back off a one-day break. And after the conference out at the mound, Haight will come back. So now we'll take a look and see what the Pioneers come out with here. Haight taking a long look. Trying to get something started against Batavia. As coming back set, Haight winds and delivers. Cut on, popped up towards center. Should be playable. Catch will be made and tossed back in very quickly. So the first pitch results in the fly ball to center field. That brings up Rodriguez. Rodriguez wearing that number 42. Strides into the plate. Haight taking that look down to first base. As again, the Pioneers just trying to work their way through here. If they're unable to come back, pitching staff only has to work 5 more outs here. Ideally, you wouldn't want to use up too much of the bullpen. You have to face these Muck Dogs again tomorrow night, as this one's fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. So, 0-1 the count. Pioneers have only amounted 4 hits here tonight. Had quite a few walks. As coming back set, the wind and the pitch from Haight is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another attempt here at the Tioga Down Showdown as Drew Haight stepping back in. Takes a long look. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The throw over to first, and he's going to catch his man in a rundown, chasing him towards second. As the break back, the pass over, and not in time. Manages to beat out the rundown. What a play as Aaron Thomas overran the tag. And he's not happy. Comments towards the umpire out there. As just a good running play there by Reinhardt. So Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out count again as Haight tried the pickoff. Should have had his man in the rundown, but just unable to get it done as they missed. Haight coming back set. The weight, the wind, the pitch is high. And again, 1 ball, 2 strike count as the Pioneers. Excuse me, it's a 2-1 count here. I thought it was 1-2, but apparently 2-1. The wind, the pitch, cut on, drilled towards second, scooped up, thrown to the shortstop, thrown over to first, and 4-6-3 double play. A great play to get out of this one. So the Pioneers will come back up next as a silky smooth play from the middle infield. We talked about it before. They are able to get that done so smoothly. And we will head for the top of the 8th inning. Before we do, we want to thank all of our amazing fans, season ticket holders, and of course, our amazing sponsors who help us out and make sure that we're able to play baseball here at historic Dunn Field. Thank you so much to AJ's, Arca Shamong, Arnett Health, Bill's Bullpen, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Buckley's, Shamong Canal, Dr. Dozak's, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, Easy Budget, First Transit, GTP, Hardin, Hilliard, IBM, J. Schultz Massage, Junior Enforcers, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, M&T Bank, Marion Decker, Morrison's, NYS COPBA, Rodney Strange, Ryan's Distributing, Salins, Save-A-Lot, Seneca Beverage, Shedden's Wholesale, Simmons & Rockwell, Skyworks, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, Vasco Brands, Weiss Markets, Wilbur Auto Sales, XGen Pharmaceuticals, and our friends at Feral Gas. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this here on Mixlr.com.
Marion Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marion M. Decker Agency LLC on Facebook, at the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, and with that, we are back here live on Mixlr.com and YouTube Live. The Pioneers head to the top of the 8th. A 9-run deficit, not the way they wanted to get here, but now they've got to find some way to do something with it. In the only other game of the night, bottom of the 8th, Socrates 6, Amsterdam 4. As the Pioneers going back to work, Chris Erickson steps back in as the long look. Erickson waits, the line, the pitch, cut on, drilled towards first. The play will be made, and one pitch, one out here in the top of the 8th inning. So Erickson with the ground out to the first baseman. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, South Trimble. Trimble, who has reached base once here tonight. See if he can get on base again. The last time was courtesy of the base on balls. The line, the pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As getting back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and popped up. Maybe playable. The catcher rushing over. He is not going to get there as that one gets into the stands. So Prospero having a successful night so far on the hill. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. As he waits. The wind and the pitch. Trimble cuts on it, drills it out towards the shortstop where it's scooped up, thrown over, and in time. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 8th. So that'll be a 6-3 as that brings up Donovan Montgomery. Montgomery, one of the more successful stories for the Pioneers here early in this season. 2 quick outs. As Prospero delivers low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count with 2 outs. As Prospero takes a long look. The wind and delivery to Montgomery. 2 low, 2 balls, no strikes. As Montgomery takes a long look. Prospero gets set, the wind and the delivery cut on and popped up. This one is hit towards the gap, but way too high as that'll be playable for the man out there in center. And with 3 outs, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Batavia 10, Elmira 1. As we go to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Extra charge hot and iced coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile. We're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new extra charge hot or iced coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Give me a blue light lime.
Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me, Barry.
You got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
It's an
All right, and welcome back in as the Pioneers make one more pitching change. Ethan Buckley will take his spot out there on the mound. So, another interesting rendition here as the Pioneers trying to get through it. Ethan Buckley, the junior from Cortland, 6'1", 175-pound junior from Bath, New York, after spending his past 2 years with TC3, being ready to play for the Cortland Crush last summer. Ethan makes the look and impact in Elmira right away. He's thrown 21.1 innings this year, hurling 14 strikeouts and pitching a complete game for a win. Here coming out of the bullpen, just really looking to get 3 outs. Pioneers have had a rough one here tonight. They have 3 defensive outs remaining, but to get to those, they have to get through the bottom of the 8th. And it's not going to be an easy path to do so, as leading things off, Mortellaro, the catcher, will be the first man up. So, see what the pitching staff can do here. Mortellaro looks out. Buckley would just like to get a 1-2-3 inning and get the Pioneers back to the plate. Maybe just get through this one and find your way to tomorrow. Play at home. As this one's popped towards center. So first pitch, first out. As Erickson makes the grab. That'll be a fly out to center. And that means we've got Robinson coming up. Robinson, who struck out, had reached on an E5 and reached on a fielder's choice. Been on base twice, but neither time courtesy of his own actions. We'll see if the Pioneers can, well, ball 1. See if the Pioneers can get out of this inning quickly. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and the second pitch of the inning is a ball to the outside. Next pitch, in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Buckley takes a look. The wind and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Buckley trying to get quickly through these batters. The wind and the pitch. That one, they want to check on that one as he starts running and he is tagged for the out. So a strikeout, tag out. And that will be 2 outs for Buckley. So that brings up Benitez. Ethan Buckley here late in the game, bottom of the 9th. As I'm pretty sure Benitez was the designated hitter. So strike there from the home plate umpire, Ethan Saramento, batting here. 0-1, the next pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As again, Saramento trying to get started here. The wind, the pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 2-1 count. As taking a long look, Buckley winds and delivers. Low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Not getting any friendly calls on that one. As now again, the wind and the pitch from Buckley. Low, ball 4. So he's going to walk his man as Saramento heads down to first. And this would normally be Walton's spot, but he's going to step in here as Cameron Conley steps in. Conley takes a swing at the first pitch and fouls that one back. So, no balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 outs, as Ethan Buckley trying to get through this bottom of the 8th inning. Buckley waiting. The wind and the pitch. Thought that was over the plate, but the umpire says ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Coming back in set. The delivery from Buckley. Chopped towards left. Theodoralis makes the catch, and that will do it. So, we head to the top of the 9th. Pioneers needing 9. We'll see what they can do when we come back here on the break on Mixlr.com.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Aren't it health? It's what we do.
All right. Well, top of the 9th. Pioneers looking for one last gasp of breath here, trailing by 9. As we take a long look down, Ben Shore, first man to greet Prospero down here. And we'll see. As back up comes Shore. Shore has not been able to find much on the base pass here tonight. As the Pioneers in danger of snapping this 3-game winning streak they were on. Shore comes up. Would need a huge top of the 9th here. As the wind and the pitch from Prospero. Cut on, delivered out towards left field. That one is high, gets back to the track, but that's it. As the first pitch swinging will be an out all the way to left field. But that means the next man up, Cam Hill, will be looking to do something here. So the fly out to 7, and now Cam Hill comes up. He's reached on a single, a base on balls, and was out back in his first at-bat. Is that going to do it? Looks like this might be it. As we're going to have a substitution here. As new pitcher coming in, looking to close this one out. Prospero had himself a successful couple of innings there. As George Osborne comes in from Alcorn State University, the left-handed 6'2", 260-pounder. As now again, Pioneers just got to be hoping to get through this one clean, get out of it, and come home tomorrow for some home cooking down at historic Dunn Field. The pitch, way wild. So we'll see what happens here. The wind and the pitch. Now he's found the plate. So a couple of tosses here, and then we should be right back to action. 1 out. Already gone here in the top of the 9th. Pioneers have just 2 outs remaining. as they look to get out of this one and go home and start tomorrow. Another 7:05 start will be live here on YouTube and Mixler.com. Don't miss a minute of Pios action all season long. As now, looks like we may be all set here. So Osborne, no, they're going to give him another couple here. Osborne might get another pitch or two, but then we should be back up. Getting a little wild. So Hill will have to be a little cautious. A 9-run lead. Definitely not a save situation. As Osborne. As I said, everything just seems to be leaving his grip a little awkwardly here. That was about the best pitch he's thrown. So now he appears to be ready. And the Pioneers will go to work. Interesting strategy here by the Batavia Muck Dogs. Possibly just getting Osborne some work, but this is an oddity to say the least. So, Osborne comes in, takes the look, winds and delivers. Cut on by Hill and fouled right back towards the parking lot. So Hill steps right back in, trying to take advantage of the first pitch of a man fresh out of the bullpen. As that's in there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, another Tioga Down showdown. And the Pioneers looking to go back to work here. The wind and pitch from Osborne. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 2-1 count. So they check if the hitter went. I believe everybody knew that was a no. As Osborne now goes. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. So a 3-1 count. The wind, the pitch, outside, and a walk. So the Pioneers, taking advantage of the new pitcher, will get themselves a base runner here in the top of the 9th. So base on balls as Aaron Thomas comes up. Now Thomas will be looking to get his first hit here as a Pioneer. 1 out as Elmira. Going back to work, Osborne takes a look over at the runner at first. Winds, delivers. Taken for a strike as Thomas flinched at that one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. As Osborne takes a look. Checks on the runner, winds, delivers. That one floats in there for another strike. And again, Thomas still looking to get bat on ball. He has had some issues here. Coming again. The wind and the pitch. Outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The fans locally disagree, but looks pretty clearly outside to me. As now Osborne goes back. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. 1 out. As again, Thomas trying to get going here. Pioneers trailing by 9. You know they'd love to put a couple across here in the 9th. The wind and the pitch. Taken low. 3-2. So now Thomas will have to be very aware as Osborne coming back set. He takes a look. Gets set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed. As that'll be a strikeout. And the Pioneers now 1 out remaining. As Dom Popa heads up to the plate. Popa gets set. Bunch of left-handed hitters all coming up next. As Osborne taking a look. The wind, the pitch. Bounces away. And not quite far enough. So 1 ball, no strike count. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Pioneers trailing by 9. As Osborne gets set. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the Elmira Pioneers look in, the wind, the pitch is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count. Runner standing on first. Coming back set. Osborne takes a look. He gets set, checks on the runner, winds and delivers. Taken in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As the crowd remaining here at Dwyer Stadium will begin to rise to its feet. Looking for the final out here in the top of the 9th. That could earn them a victory, 10-1. As Osborne winds, delivers, taken for a ball, 3-2. So it's a full count, 2 outs, runner on first. And we'll see what Popa decides to do here. Osborne winds and delivers, cut on and missed. Popa goes down swinging, and that'll do it. As the Pioneers fall in this one, though, scoring first, it just would not be enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pioneers will head home to play at historic Dunn Field tomorrow at 7:05 against these same Batavia Muck Dogs. The pitching staff will be a little different. The Pioneers will certainly look a little different as manager Andy Drum has some things to figure out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it here on the YouTube and Mixalert.com channels. I'm John Clement. Good night, Elmira. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7:05 at historic Dunn Field.